Wait, what? What did he say? When? What, I'm on now? Look, I don't need this aggravation, okay? I'm sorry to bark at you, but I'm under a lot of stress. Then again, I guess most of us are. Lots of us get stressed when we're at work, but we can change that. Hi, I'm Don Dawson. Let's look at some ways you can start relieving your stress, both on and off the job. Stress is a hazard we all face. It creeps into our lives when it's time to pay the bills, or we can't find the right tool for the job. It comes in the form of a memo from the boss, a bad set of spark plugs, or a call from our children's school. Even good things can lead to stress. New parents find that out in a hurry. They discover the joy of 3 a.m. feedings and diaper duty. We all know the feeling. Your muscles tense up. You get an adrenaline rush. You start to sweat. Your heart's pounding. Your stomach tightens. Your blood pressure rises. Getting excited under pressure is an old survival instinct, and a successful one. These changes might be alarming sometimes, but in what we call positive stress situations, they're only temporary. Once the crisis is over, our body relaxes and resets itself back to normal, getting ready for the next challenge. Positive stress is necessary to daily living. It helps us buckle down and see things through. Negative stress is not so healthy. With negative stress, we feel a lot of the same things we feel with positive stress, but with a big difference. With negative stress, they're not temporary. Negative stress never lets you relax, even after your work is done. So it feels like things just keep piling up and you're unable to catch your breath and recharge your batteries. Unpleasant? Absolutely. But worse, it's unhealthy. Over the long haul, negative stress can mean migraines, high blood pressure, ulcers, even a heart attack. But all is not lost, and we are not powerless. We can combat negative stress, and we can do it through a 3-step approach. The first step is to determine what causes your stress. That's how you know where you need to begin making changes. Step 2 is to use relaxation techniques. These help drain away the physical and mental manifestations of stress. The third step is to develop a positive attitude about life. That makes everything easier. You probably don't have much difficulty identifying situations at home and on the job that cause you a lot of stress. But if you want some reliable physical indicators, achy muscles, headaches, and indigestion are always good ones. When you're hit with these, stress may be the culprit, and how you're reacting to things may be the cause. Let's say road traffic gets you crazy because it makes you late for work. When you're stuck in gridlock, you feel like your neck's in a vice and you've got jets of steam coming out of your ears. What can you do? Try erasing the problem. Make a change. Leave for work a little earlier. Maybe carpooling or taking public transit are solutions. You might benefit from taking a time management course so you're not always arriving at work at the last minute. Then there are the big things, major changes in your life that force you to confront new situations. These can be very stressful. Perhaps you've been transferred to a new facility in another state. Starting over can be a real challenge. There's finding a place to live, learning your way around town, getting to know an entirely new set of coworkers, and making new friends. But you can lessen the impact of these changes. Simply focus on the little, familiar things that have always brought you pleasure. This helps keep stress to manageable levels. If you enjoy cooking, prepare some of your favorite recipes. If you're a runner or you enjoy walking, start doing a circuit around your new neighborhood. If you're a movie buff, Treat yourself to some of your old favorites at home or find out what's playing nearby. It's not important what you do. The important thing is that you enjoy it and relieve your stress at the same time. It's when problems grow to unmanageable levels that you've reached what's called stress overload. In these situations, you may have so many things to think about that you lose sight of what you should deal with first, and even how to deal with it. Remember, there are some things in life that you simply can't control. Be realistic. Eliminate them from your list. Don't put unreasonable pressure on yourself, and don't try to do more than you're capable of. That's just setting yourself up for failure and greater stress. You can't do better than your best. Don't punish yourself for mistakes. Learn from them instead. And don't take criticism personally. It's usually meant to help you do a better job. The next time you feel stressed out, take a moment, step back, and examine the situation with a cool head. You may discover the problems really aren't so bad. Stress always makes things seem worse than they are. Now let's look at the second step we can take to reduce stress in our lives. Stress can not only tie your muscles up in knots, it can also affect the very way you breathe. Your breaths become shallow and rapid, almost panicky. You can control this reaction by doing simple, deep breathing exercises. Fold your hands in your lap and sit up straight. Slowly take a deep breath through your nose, relaxing your abdominal muscles so your lungs can fill freely. Then tighten your lips and blow the breath gradually back out between them. Make a habit of doing deep breathing 3 or 4 times throughout the day or whenever you feel stress. You'll find it helps. Another way negative stress wears you down is by making it hard for you to think. Fight back effectively on the mental front by learning to clear your mind. Here's how. First, loosen your collar and take off your shoes. Then do some deep breathing. Once you find your natural rhythm, think about something that's soothing, like a day in the mountains or a nice warm bath. Ignore distractions and maintain your concentration. Be patient with yourself. This technique takes a little practice, but as you get better at it, you'll feel better too. Doing this for just 5 minutes a day can give you more clarity and energy all day long and free up your mind to meet that next challenge. But relaxing mentally is sometimes only half the battle. You can also use these techniques to calm yourself physically. First, do your deep breathing and mind clearing. Then focus on some part of your body, your arm for example. By imagining your arm growing warmer, heavier, and looser, you will gradually relax it. Then move on to the other parts of your body and relax each of them in turn. If you can unite your mind and body in overcoming negative stress, you will feel better inside and out. As we've discussed, feeling strained and achy is a classic early sign of stress. You can combat this muscle tension by doing a few stretching exercises. First, let's look at one for the neck and shoulders. Carefully turn your head to one side. Hold this for a 3 count. Then turn the other way for another 3. Now slowly dip your chin down to your chest. Then pull your head back. Repeat this exercise 5 to 10 times. Here's one for the upper back. Pull the wrist of one arm across to the opposite shoulder. Give it a 5 count. Then go to the other arm. To relax and stretch your muscles, keep your mind clear, take regular physical and mental mini breaks throughout the day. They're quick, easy, and great for fighting off stress overload. Now, on to the third step in stress reduction. Attitude has a lot to do with how much we feel stressed. You need to beware of developing negative attitudes about anything that you're involved in. They just magnify stress. Instead, strive to adopt a positive attitude and be optimistic about your life. Start empowering yourself by thinking, I can do it. Decide to believe it, and you can make it true. It can often help to say it out loud. Tell yourself this before taking up any challenging situation. Rehearse in your mind how you'll handle the problem. You can build your confidence with preparation. You need to be organized about how you approach your tasks as well. Trying to do everything at once is not only impossible, it's a powerful stress builder. So draw up a checklist with priorities and take care of them one task at a time. Include alternatives for parts of the plan you think might change. Create options for yourself so something doesn't blindside you. Touch base with anyone else who's involved in a task and invite them to contribute. Check off each goal on your list as you accomplish it and give yourself credit when credit is due. Congratulate yourself on the progress you make. You may also know other people who have triumphed over stress themselves, but you might not be aware of it. Don't be afraid to ask your coworkers, friends, and family about how they've learned to handle stress. They may surprise you with how helpful their suggestions can be. In addition to working on a positive attitude, moving toward a positive lifestyle can help to keep your stress levels down as well. Staying healthy and in shape improves your ability to manage all types of challenges. An aerobic workout strengthens your heart and lungs. Get yourself healthy through exercise like jogging, biking, basketball, something where you'll work up a sweat and increase your heart rate for at least half an hour at a time, 3 or 4 times a week. When your work is done, reward yourself by shifting out of high gear. You will have earned the right to slow down and relax. Make sure you do it. And get to sleep on time. If your body fails to get the rest it needs, your energy level will take a nosedive, and so will the way you feel. Physical problems only magnify stress. Good health relieves it. So make a habit of getting regular checkups from your doctor and paying attention to what they say. One thing they may suggest is to work on improving your eating habits. Good nutrition and a low-salt diet will also strengthen your defenses against negative stress. Finally, remember that simply talking about your problems can be one of the most effective tools for combating stress. If talking to a friend or coworker isn't enough, try to get some counseling. There may be resources available right in your community. You can find one through an online search for counseling services and your zip code. Or talk to your doctor. Your company may offer confidential counseling services as well. Sometimes simply asking for help is the best course of action. Stress is not something you have to live with, not when there are so many practical and effective ways to relieve it. Let's review. Identify the situations that cause you stress, then work to eliminate them by making positive changes in your life. Practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing, clearing your mind, and focused positive imaging. Do stretching exercises to loosen tense muscles. Maintain a positive attitude about life, and work toward a healthier lifestyle. Finally, learn to talk about your problems. Stress happens. That's life, and that's work. But you don't have to let it take over. Put your stress-fighting skills to work today. The sooner you begin, the sooner you'll be living happier, healthier, and stress-free.